Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Get Into Yoruba podcast. It is me, your host, Lade Odunubi, back again with another one. As you can see, I'm joined again today by Seun. Seun, how are you?
Hi, Ladi. I'm fine, and thank you guys for always joining.
Indeed. In today's episode, we are going to be learning, and Seun is going to be teaching us how to say different items of clothing in Yoruba language. So if you want to describe what you're wearing, what you're going to buy, this is for you to tune in. Before we get into the crux of the episode, I want to encourage you, if you haven't already, to go over to our Instagram page, our TikTok, our Spotify, our Apple Music, whatever you use or listen to, and follow us at Get Into Yoruba. It is super important that you follow, you like, you share the content so that anybody that benefits from it can receive it. Anybody that would be helpful for can also have access to it. It's also super helpful because if you go on our Instagram page, you can find Seun's details and you can be able to take one-on-one lessons with him to even further your Yoruba language journey even more. So yeah, that's all from me. I hope you do what you need to do. And now we are going to head into the episode. Thanks, Seun.
All right. So today's episode is just pretty straightforward. So clothing items in Yoruba land. Now, of course, some will be localized and some will be just generic, the way we refer to different clothing items. All right. So I will start with maybe something a bit more local, and particularly for women, how they dress. So typically, if a Yoruba lady is going to a party, these are the items she would wear.
Okay.
So the first one would say is blouse.
Blouse.
The wide neck blouse. Yes. And in Yoruba land we call it buba.
Buba.
Yes, buba.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually short length and then wide arms and then wide neck.
Okay.
So buba.
Buba.
So on the buba, she would also tie a wrapper.
Okay.
Right, typically of the same material. And that wrapper, we call it iro.
Iro?
Yes, iro.
Okay.
Yes. So with the buba ati iro, she would have something we call, or in English we say it is a headgear. Yeah, because it's just a different material piece that is now woven like into different styles.
Yeah.
So that one is called gele.
Gele.
Yes, gele.
Okay.
Right. So
yeah.
Maybe in some part of the world you would not know what that is, but like typically if you just maybe Google up gele or buba or iro, you would see it how it is. So yeah, those are some clothing items. Now on the male side, particularly for like head covering, so Yoruba men wear like a straight up hat that they now bend to the sides, which of course it has always made the rounds on the internet that those different sides that you put the cap in, they determine or they have a message around them, right? Now cap in Yoruba is fila.
Fila.
Yes, fila.
Okay.
Fila.
Any kind of hat.
Yes. Now, yeah. So to any kind of hat. So aside that particular type of cap we're talking about now, like any kind of hat in Yoruba. So maybe you're wearing a bowler hat, you're wearing a just
cowboy hat. Yes. Anything?
Yes, any kind of head covering is fila. Maybe even if it's a face cap, it's fila as well.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, so fila just falls into the entire category altogether. So I'll just be now putting more different items.
Okay.
So how do you say skirts in Yoruba? Right, of course, because that one is not as cultural as I'll say it.
Yes.
So skirt in Yoruba is yeri.
Yeri.
Yes, yeri.
Yeri.
Yes.
So if I want to say to someone, I like your skirt, how would I say that?
Mo fẹ́ràn yeri.
Mo fẹ́ràn yeri. Okay. Nice. I like that.
Let me back that up by saying it's not conventional because of course most people don't use skirts.
Okay.
In the statement.
Okay.
For whatever reasons.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe somebody would just say, I'm a friend of Asho, typically.
Okay. You just say like Asho. You wouldn't necessarily be specific.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I think that's important to know that Asho is clothes.
Yeah.
Talking about clothing items.
Yes.
So yeah, yeri. And then again, just different items now. So going to accessories, earrings in Yoruba is yeti.
Yeti.
Yes.
Earrings.
Yes, earrings.
Yeti.
Yeti. Like mo fẹ́ràn yeti. Yeah,
Eshe.
they're flowery and nice. So yeah, that one kind of rings a bell as to like the etymology in terms of eti is year in Yoruba, and yeti could be like, it could be a saying check out the year. So it's like something that adorns the year.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Yeah, so that's in terms of earrings. Shoes, of course, we have done shoes a couple of times. What are shoes?
Shoes is bata.
Yeah, bata. Yes. So, and any kind of shoes. So, and even more generic, let's say footwears. So maybe slippers, palm slippers, any type of shoe, sneakers is still bata.
Okay, bata.
Right. Then wristwatch, right? How would you say wristwatch?
Ago.
Nice, ago. Yes, ago. So now we are moving to another word, which is a clothing item, and it is a bit more generic to it's encompassing for like top coverings, right?
Okay.
Of course, it does not encompass maybe something like buba that we have said
Right.
before. So this word is ewu.
Ewu.
Yes. So it could either mean a button-down shirt, a
Would
round
this be
neck.
ewu? Would this top you're wearing be ewu?
Yeah, it will pass as ewu.
Okay.
That's the top, yeah.
This would be ewu
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
And a t-shirt would be ewu.
A t-shirt would be ewu as well.
Ewu is very broad.
It's broad. It's broad. So just any top clothing in that way, except if the top clothing already has its own specific name. Yeah. Another very popular or generic as ewu would be shokoto.
Shokoto.
Yes, which is trouser.
Okay.
So this is shokoto.
Shokoto.
Any trouser. So maybe a suit
and
pants.
shorts, trousers. Is it all the same? Would shorts also be shokoto?
Yes, shorts will also be shokoto.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. So very broad again.
Quite broad.
Nice.
Yes. Typically we think of it as long ado, but I mean for even the short ones too. It's
okay.
shokoto.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's also as broad as ewu. In terms of accessories, necklace. Yes, necklace. Egba. Yes, but it's because of how egba can mean different things. In a way, in a manner of speaking, it kind of implies like something that captures.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Captures.
We'll get to hear more. So egba orun.
Egba orun.
Yeah, something that
nice.
stands on the
neck. And orun is your neck?
Neck, yes.
Egba orun.
Egba orun.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's necklace.
So then bracelet is egba owo.
Egba owo.
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 Yes.
Yeah, fair. That makes sense. That makes more sense than owo.
Yes, so egba owo.
Egba owo.
Yes, that's your bracelet.
Nice.
Basically.
Okay,
so
cool.
egba owo is bracelet. Typically or traditionally, the I don't know, maybe I should call it necklaces and bracelets. What would be traditionally in those places are made of beads.
Okay.
I'm sure you must have seen those beads before. Yeah. So we call them ileke.
Ileke.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ileke. So ileke can be worn in different places. So ileke orun.
Okay.
Ileke owo.
Okay.
That's for the hand. There's even ileke edi.
Okay.
Which is the waist
beads.
And then I don't think they give any specific name to the ileke that they used to put in their hair. Yes. It's just ileke.
Fair, I like
so
it.
Beads generally.
I like it.
And in terms of talking about shokoto, so of course as shokoto is generic, maybe any shokoto that now takes the style, a particular style, like a baggy style.
Okay.
Yes, it has a different name, and that one is kembe.
Kembe.
Yes.
So if you're wearing super baggy trousers, it's kembe.
Yes, it's kembe. So, and of course, being that we work more with like Ankara material long, so Kembe is typically like Ankara material
Okay.
and all. So, but Kembe really is just it can be broadened to even just baggy trousers or
trousers.
altogether. So Kembe is that generic, and typically Kembe is usually 3/4. So it just goes at the shin, stops at the shin even
Okay.
before that. But even if it goes down now, it's
It's
still
still Kembe.
Kembe. In terms of clothing again, because of some unique materials that Yoruba people add, there's a particular material we call ashoke.
Ashoke.
Yes, ashoke. I'm not too much of a fashion person now, but
Ah,
there's a particular material. It's
it's like
glossy.
stiff.
Yes, it's stiff and it's glossy. Yes. So we usually weave it actually. So it's a ceremonious garment.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it's a quite ceremonious garment. So we call that asho oke.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the cloth of up.
Okay, so like Sarah, like, 'cause I remember when I got married, we had that
Oh, okay.
as part of the
Asho
outfit.
oke.
Yeah. Now I
So
know. Now I know exactly what it is.
yes, so and the asho oke material is usually used to make the headgear, is usually used to make the buba, the robe, everything. So yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
so that's a bit of like a quick glance at
Okay.
clothing items in Yoruba land.
So let's recap as we
Recap.
always do. We'll start. You didn't say ring.
Oh,
You know how to say ring.
yes. So ring is oruka.
Oruka.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Blouse, in the traditional sense, like the traditional one that Yoruba women wear, that's buba.
Buba, yeah.
When you're wearing a buba, you usually tie a wrapper. That's an iro. Then you also will often wear gele, which is the headgear. Ewu.
Yes.
Is the broad
generic word for top. Yeah.
Top. So it could be a jacket, it could be a shirt, it could be a t-shirt. It's just broad.
Broad, yeah.
Shokoto is trousers, and that's just like anything, any bottom trouser type thing.
Yes, even for shorts.
For shorts or trousers. But if it's like especially if it's like an Ankara fabric and it's baggy, it's referred to as kembe.
Kembe.
And what else? Oh, and then jewelry. So yeti is earring. Necklace is egbaonru. Bracelet is egbawo.
Yes.
Ring is oruka.
Yeah.
And then the beads, the traditional like Yoruba beads that they would wear, you'd say ileke orun.
Yes, ileke orun.
Ileke owo, ileke idi for waist beads.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we covered that I haven't said?
Okay.
Fila.
Yeah. Yes, there's fila. There's bata.
Bata.
Then ago.
Ago is watch.
Yeah.
Yes. So fila is the broad word for hat.
Hat, yeah.
Watch is ago. Shoes is bata.
Bata, yeah.
And that's all of them.
Yeah, that's
all of them. Look at that. So many new words. So a lot of practicing for you and I to do. A lot of learning the vocab. Vocab is really important. As much as, we also focus on in previous episodes on learning like connecting words and forming sentences. In order to form the sentences, you just need to know, sometimes you just need to know the word to describe. Oh, skirts. Yeri. Exactly. So sometimes, is there a word for dress?
Oh, like a gown?
Yeah.
Not at the top of my head now, but there could be a word.
There might be. Yeah. So yeah, all these different words, all these different pieces of vocabulary are super important to know, to learn, to become familiar with, so that as you're forming your sentences, you're able to actually correctly identify the things that you're speaking about. So your take home today is to practice, as usual, unsurprising. My take home is much the same. I don't know that Seun has a take home, but do you have anything to add?
I have a take home. I'll go and find out what gown is. I'm so sorry, because I don't wear gown. That's why. but technically, just as an addition, just an umbrella term for underwears, it would be awotele.
Awotele.
Yes, that's something you wear as a foundation.
To your clothes. There you go.
Yeah.
Another bonus. Um, from Seun. His homework is to find out how to say gown or dress in Yoruba. And the rest of us, we already have our own homework. Thank you, Seun, as always.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. And we will catch you on the
Mm.
next one.
No, don't go.
Bye.